The axe of wisdom. Not too long ago, there was a young man named Samar. Strong and broad-shouldered, full of seemingly endless energy. He lived in a small village on the edge of a mountain, but one morning he decided to travel to the neighboring village in search of work. Something that would suit his strength and fill his days with purpose. He arrived at a village known as Thickwood, famous for its vast forests and towering trees. It wasn't long before he spotted an elderly man standing at the forest's edge, holding an old wooden axe and quietly observing the trees. Samar approached him and said, "Hello, sir. I'm looking for work cutting trees. Can I help you?" The old man looked him up and down, smiled faintly, and replied, "Your body says you're capable. Let's see what you can do. Take this axe and start over there." Samar got to work. On the first day, he cut down 15 trees. The old man was impressed and patted him on the back, saying, "Well done, my boy." On the second day, despite working just as hard, if not harder, he managed to cut only 10 trees. By the third day, he barely chopped 7 trees. Disheartened, Samar began to think his strength was fading. The old man came to him quietly and asked, "Tell me, sir, when was the last time you sharpened your axe?" Samar was surprised by the question and said, "Honestly, I haven't sharpened it since I started. I was too busy working." The old man chuckled and replied, "There's your problem. Working hard is good, but working smart is essential." They sat together beneath the shade of a tall tree. The old man handed him a small sharpening stone. Samar began sharpening his axe for the first time in days. Shortly after, he returned to work, and the very next day, he chopped 17 trees with ease and without exhausting himself as before. The old man said, "Always remember, my boy, strength alone isn't enough. You must use your mind too. Wisdom doesn't come from muscle, it comes from experience and reflection." From that day on, Samar was no longer just a strong young man. He'd become wise, someone who balanced strength with thought, and he became the finest woodcutter the village had ever known. Moral of the story? Hard work alone is not enough to succeed. You must also work smart, sharpen your tools, and above all, sharpen your mind.